Hi, my name is Jelliu, and after spending over a year on it, my Xenoblade video is finally out. And I know that I've been saying that a lot, and you are probably sick of hearing it, but it was just very taxing for me. Not to sound spoiled, I'll get into my justification in a little bit. But I spent a really long time writing that script over and over and over and over. And for 6 whole months, I was spending upwards of 8 hours a day editing, stuck in Final Cut Pro. I wanted this video to be my magnum opus. Thus, I wanted it to be perfect. It feels like my whole experience making videos led up to that day, to June 21st, 2026. And I say that because that day marks my YouTube account being 10 years old. And me making YouTube videos for 10 years. Though you may not realize that because most of my early videos are privated due to me revealing way too much personal information. It's insane that I started this whole thing as like just a fun little thing as just a kid going into middle school. Now, despite not making money off it, I love it too much to not take it seriously. Like, it's crazy to think I was just a dumb 11-year-old kid hanging out at my friend's house, trying to come up with as many stupid ideas as ever, holding my iPod 5 Touch and constantly getting my fingers in the camera as I was moving around trying to make something. And now I am of legal drinking age at 21, and I am spending over a year making a movie-length video talking about one of my favorite pieces of media ever, going incredibly in-depth into it to an absurd degree that would make academics shed tears. And I think that's just because, like, I've grown up with YouTube, and I mean that literally. Me and YouTube were born in the same year. I have watched it grow from old smart sketches to popular Let's Plays to edgy commentary to boring commentary and money slop. And throughout all of that, I found, good underrated gems. So, of course, as I'm growing up and I'm seeing like these first successful YouTubers make serious money from doing this, making me laugh, inspiring others, sharing their cool niche interest, like, of course I'd want to do that. I like making people laugh. And like sharing my niche interests that I have and inspiring someone to do something, It's genuinely euphoric to do that. And then, if I have the chance to do that and make money off of it, of course, 11-year-old me had no qualms making a YouTube channel when my friend suggested it. And thus sparked this passion to create. I love making these things. I love having these excuses to play these games I love and play around with my friends and even get introspective. And then I learned how to edit, and I started writing scripts, and I got really, into flexing my creative muscles and with all these well-planned jokes. There's an idea that, a lot of people have this one thing, this, one passion that drives them and fuels their every little action they take. And if that idea is true, for me, it's making videos. That's my drive. That's what drives me. I'm being serious. I genuinely cannot imagine my life without making videos. It's what I do every day. Every day I work on a video in some form or fashion. And when I'm not working on a video, I'm constantly thinking about it. It is something that is always on the back of my mind. I really wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not. I love recording, I love editing, I love writing, no matter how tiring they can get at times. Which reminds me that a lot of other passions I have were all created from my love of making videos. They were all avenues I explored as an excuse to make a video. So, of course, I'm incredibly thankful for this experience of YouTube in many more ways than I once thought. I got into graphic design to make thumbnails, and I got into editing to make my videos better. I discovered new games because of YouTube. I met new friends because of YouTube. I became a neat freak and got way into organization to an unhealthy degree because of YouTube. And of course, my other huge passion of reading and writing, writing stemmed from me writing YouTube scripts. So I'm very thankful to my time on YouTube. And now that brings me to my other career as a writer, which frankly, that's like a whole discussion for another time. But I will say this. To whom it may concern, update. It will be coming out either late this month or sometime next month. It is like, it's ready to go. I just need to prepare a few extra things is all. Like, it's so, we're in the end game, quote unquote. And also, as explained before in my 2025 wrap-up video, I have a bunch of book-related videos to go up with the book to like kind of promote it and just go alongside it. That's the main stigma. I need to finish those. And though I said I was putting Johann Birch stuff on pause in my video announcing to whom it may concern, that doesn't change like the core of my passion for writing. I want to write more. I like writing. I want to write more, both for books and for YouTube, however financially dry it'll be. But finances are important, and as an adult, I need something, especially now that I'm trying to actually like do shit with my life. And now I have more goals and plans, and like I there's some places I want to travel and whatnot, but I just don't have the funds. And, you know, frankly, YouTube is not doing it. I know for a fact that I'm still going to do YouTube, even if it doesn't pay me. But like at the same time, it is so frustrating to see a video that I put so much work and effort into get almost no attention, and I get nothing back from it. There are a lot of times where I question myself, asking, what the fuck am I doing? Like, frankly, it's saddening to see art go underappreciated, and of course, me being the self-centered ass that I am, like, it makes me depressed to see my art go underappreciated. I put so much time and effort and just pure passion into these projects, and like almost nobody watches them, almost nobody comments on them, and I've been doing this for 10 whole years, and like granted, you know, the first few years I wasn't taking it seriously at all, like, but still, it's kind of just sad for me to be constantly doing this grind and to see such a small subscriber count. And I know that I shouldn't be focusing on numbers, and again, I genuinely do it for the love of the game, but you know, it still is a little saddening to not see numbers go up, you know? Like, of course, it's on the front of my page. It's one of the first things you see is a subscriber count. How can I not focus on it? So, yeah, it's very demotivating at times to see me do all of this and still no return of investment, pretty much. And so I've pretty much concocted 2 ways to possibly remedy this issue. Firstly, big announcement, I am launching a Patreon. But there is a gimmick. It is free. Instead of uploading behind the scenes content and stuff to my second channel, I'll put it on a Patreon page for all to see without the need to pay. And like, financial support is only there if you feel like it. You don't have to you don't have to pay money to join my Patreon. It is just there if you feel like it. Obviously, I would want you to pay. That's kind of the whole reason I'm moving all this to Patreon, but again, not mandatory. The Patreon page will have benefits like, you know, obviously, you know, just general support, but you'll get frequent updates to videos. You'll be a tiebreaker. I'll give you like random polls of like decisions to make when I'm making a video. There'll be a Q&A pretty much whenever. Just ask me a question and I'll answer it as soon as I can. There will be behind the scenes content on videos. Obviously, the big one is, you know, I'm gonna go through the Xenoblade 3 timeline soon. You're also going to get commentary tracks on old videos. Like, you know, an old video that I don't have the files to anymore. I'm gonna watch it and, you know, give commentary about like some behind the scenes or my thought process when going on it, and if my opinion has changed since then. You're also going to get scrapped video scripts that still make pretty good essays. So like, you know, it's a script that I finished, I just didn't make into a video for one reason or another, and it's there for you to read. And obviously you'll get a complete post archive. So whenever you join, you'll be able to see posts even from the past. And in terms of the money options, there will be 3 tiers. There'll be a $3, a $5, and a $10 tier. And there will be only 2 things that I paywall. The only 2 things that I'm paywalling are your names at the end of videos. So if you pay, I will say your name and like show it on screen. and 1 week early access to big videos. And when I say big videos, I mean big videos like the Xenoblade 3 video. If it's a video like this, you'll just get it at the same time as literally everyone else. Those are the only two things that are paywalled, and even then, it's not that big of a deal. By the time this video will be up, so will my Patreon page. And to start, there is a scrapped script that I'm actually really proud of that never really got made into a video just due to simple time constraints. And there will also be a commentary video on my old Resident Evil 2 remake video. Because, spoilers, I agree with every single point I made in that video, but I secretly like the game now. And I explain why near the end. I really hope you'll enjoy both. And I will get to work on the behind the scenes for the Xenoblade 3 video ASAP. Now, the second way I wish to combat my lack of funds / attention is much simpler. I just want to ask you guys for help. Obviously, Patreon right now is the best way you can help me, but I also just appreciate using this unique opportunity of having even if it's small, a good amount of people who are willing to listen to what I actually say. I am sincerely, for the first time ever, asking my fans, I don't even know if I have fans, but just asking people who watch me for help. I'm not saying you have to be overly annoying about it, but I'd just really appreciate it if you, dear viewer, just started spreading my channel around. I'm not going to be mad if you don't recommend it to someone who has no interest in RPGs or books or something. I'm just asking that if you have a friend that you think would vibe with my content, that you just be hey, I think this guy is pretty cool and I think you'd like them. That's all I'm asking for. I would even more so appreciate you posting my shit to more on public social media, Twitter and Blue Sky and Reddit and Instagram. But only if you're comfortable doing that. I'm not trying to pressure you guys. Seriously, it would mean the world to me if I came across a post promoting my shit that I didn't make. I'm being serious. If I see that might genuinely bring tears of joy to my eyes. I would also ask you to use the hype feature that YouTube recently made, but I know you need to be partnered to do that, and unfortunately I don't have enough watch time to be partnered. So hopefully I can get you guys will do your magic and I can get the watch time to be partnered. In regards to other videos I plan to make in the future, the next big video will be on the game The World Ends With You, more specifically analyzing the main character. I'm also going to probably pick up the You Were Never Really Here project again soon. But other than those two, I'm going to take it just a little bit easy, just for a little bit, with big videos for a hot minute, just to not only catch my breath after the colossal undertaking that was Xenoblade 3, but also to just focus on myself for a tad. Look, life is crazy right now, and I have to focus on it for a minute. I'm not going to say much as my private business is my private business, but I got hit with a few gut punches that I really need to figure out ASAP. And unfortunately, that means I have to take attention away from my passion, which is videos. But I'm not saying that I'm stopping, and neither will my love for videos stop. And I'm not quitting or anything. At least I hope it doesn't have to come to that. And besides, just because I'm taking a slight step back from big gel videos, it doesn't mean that I can't release a fun 10-minute video talking about some cool thing. I know it's a little weird asking for support and then saying I'm taking a step back, but hopefully if everything goes according to plan, y'all won't even notice. Hopefully. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to talk about my 10 years on YouTube. I know I released the Xenoblade 3 video on the actual anniversary because that's more important to me, but I still feel I should have acknowledged it. And frankly, just vent frustrations of doing this for so long with almost no return, and hopefully, remedy that. So regardless of whether you'll join my Patreon or not, or share my channel around or not, even if you just watched to this point of the video, it genuinely, it means a whole lot to me that I get to do this and someone is willing to listen. So I'm not trying to be corny or anything. I'm being genuinely serious. Thank you for at least watching this far. And if you've subscribed, if this is not your first video of mine that you're watching, thank you even more, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I wish you farewell.